What's up, people? I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to explain one of the terms that men and women are known as. Remember how I told you that there's two to everything, and everything represents male, female. So I want to go ahead and expose another lie that we're used to hearing, from our surroundings growing up, and the society, that how they keep trying to push on people. Now, despite popular beliefs, the term servant is just another term for women. Women are followers by nature. They're the servants. Men are masters. All males are masters. That's right. You gotta remember, there are people who are there are men who are more aware than other men. So some men are deceived. Some men haven't been taught any better. Some men can come to the reality on their own, while some can't. Some have to learn the hard way. So I want to explain the reality of what masters and servants are. So anyway, us males, we're the extension of the creator. The creator is masculinity itself. We men are the extension of that same masculinity. So to put it short, every male is also called a master. And so a male servant is a myth made up. When you say male servant, you're saying male woman. You're saying male female. That's basically what you're saying. It makes no sense. Just like when you say if a woman is called a master, then you're literally saying woman man. See, it makes no sense. So to put it short, servant is just another term for female. Master is another term for male. Every male is a master. If a man has a disciple, that's not a servant he has. That's just someone he's being an example to. Every male is equal, even boys, to a grown man. So don't confuse, your role in their life as you being a master, they're being a servant. The truth is, as masters, we must be examples to the next generation to know what being a master is. And those who take on students, the students aren't your servants. They're just learning from you, to be a master, to know how to be a complete master. That's the difference. So every male should be treated equally. When it's called equal treatment, is among fellow men. Because every male is masculinity incarnate. It's the extension of masculinity. So we're not supposed to attack one another or try to dominate one another. That's just unbalanced, because every male is masculine itself. So every man deserves equal respect. Like I said, that's only why you think that by nature that's the only way men can get along. And it's that's not just that either. The individual man has to respect himself. That's the thing, because any man who's unbalanced would think like a woman. They'll be controlled by their emotion, and they'll behave like a woman, basically. And some will have to have a reality call just to get snapped out of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why some men have to learn the hard way in order to learn to control their emotion. To be a master, to be a complete master. That's it. So anyway, the point is, now, I don't want people confused. If anyone has a male teacher, that master is just being an example to what a master should be to other masters. Boys, men, yeah. So they're not your master. They're just an example to what a master should be. So and anyone who has a teacher, you're having them, that they know martial arts, and you want them to teach you martial arts. So therefore, you're there to learn from them, equal, but yet y'all still respect each other equally. That's the difference. Yeah, y'all still, but the master knows that master has knowledge that he as master don't have. So he's learning from that master, and that master's being an example to that master. See what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it short, and how men should treat other men. When men work together to build a society, we must show each other equal respect, no matter what position that we're put on, to fulfill certain roles. Some roles are above other roles, but it doesn't mean the man is better than that man. It means that we should still treat each other equally as men. Equal treatment is only among men. It has nothing to do with women. Yep, society lied about that too. Women are servants of men. Men are masters of women. That's just reality. Men are the extension of the void, the dark, the creator. Women are of the chaos, the portal, the first, basically the female counterpart to the dark, that came out of the dark first, the first creation that came out of the dark. So anyway, I just want people to understand, like, master is another term for males. That's why there's no such thing as a male servant. Like, even the term butler, why do you think it's created to sound humiliating? Butler, because men are not supposed to be a servant. All females are supposed to be servants. All males are supposed to be masters. This is why I don't believe in having a male servant, because I know that stuff was made up. I know that stuff is, throughout history, that lie has persisted over generations, yeah. But realistically, men are not supposed to be a servant, They're supposed to work for something. We're supposed to show equal respect regardless. If they want something of ours, yeah, we'll have them work for it. But it doesn't mean we boss them around, look down at them, and all that. It's like a man that's not balanced, that's not mature, will feel the need to destroy other men because he's unbalanced himself. That's why he does that. A man that's balanced, which treat another man as equal, it'll all be about honor, respect, saying, all right, you want to work for this cow I got, or this money? All right, you'll have to do this and that and that, and then he'll do his task. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to get people to understand the difference between, servant and master, So anyway, he'll perform his task. The whole time that man is not mastering over him, he's just telling him the things he have to do to earn something that he has, that he wants. See? So that's still equal treatment. It's just, it doesn't mean, any man who feels the need to tear down other men to feel superior, it thinks like a woman and is weak as hell. You guys are unbalanced. Y'all are controlled by your emotion. Y'all are unbalanced, so that's why y'all feel the need to tear down other men. So, because a man that truly loves himself and that's complete, that feels complete in that peace, have no need to tear down another man. He feels powerful by himself, by his own existence. So any man who has to dominate another man to feel powerful is weak, is unbalanced. That's why men like that out there exist, because they need to feel powerful. The only time we fight men with honor is when the time comes for it, Any society that's led by an effeminate man, it will go to war against another country. And that's why men will fight those men to defend their country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, I'm just saying the reality. So this is why men fight, Because there's one man among a group that's unbalanced. And that's what causes that's what leads to war, men on men, on a regular basis, yeah. So, men who understands this balance they have no need to fight other men, even of other countries. It'll just be equal respect, equal treatment, yeah. Like I said, you gotta remember, a lot of the men in the world system we live in, a lot of them are evil, meaning that they're men who think like women. They think with their emotion. They're unbalanced. They think with their X chromosome instead of their Y chromosome, so they're unbalanced. So, any man who's evil is unbalanced within himself. Just remember that. Any man who's in his right state of mind, any man who's in his right state of mind, there's literally no such thing as an evil man. A man in his right state of mind, that is. If a man is not in his right state of mind, then he thinks like a woman. Because women are the embodiment of chaos, also known as the necessary evil or negativity, the negative molecule. Females are the physical embodiment of that, while men are the physical embodiment of peace, the dark, the silence. Yeah. So we're the physical. And remember, females come from males. Motivation comes from void. Yeah, this is the reality. So, So any man who's evil thinks like a woman. Any man in his right state of mind does not think like a woman, and this is why he's good. Yeah, because good is also another term for male, while evil is another term for female. A good female is really just controlled chaos. That's it. A bad female is uncontrolled chaos, meaning evil with no restraint. So anyway, in this video I just wanted to mention the reality of how men are supposed to treat each other, universally, how it's supposed to be. Men, we're supposed to show each other equal respect and be equal among each other, not lord it over one another. Nope. I know there are men out there who hate themselves and who even go so far as to worship other men. I understand a lot of men are just not that aware. That's why they do that, because a lot of men lack awareness. They're not accurate in their minds. So, any man who's not in tune in his right state of mind, it's just he just thinks like a female by default. So that's why there are men who worship other men, because they just don't know any better. So. Anyway, you got so remember, men out there, we're masters, not servants. Servants means female, masters mean male. Yeah, yeah. We men are the God. We don't have a God above us. We are the God itself. Recognize that. Recognize your true self, your complete self. Anyway, so remember, one side controls the other. Men are gods. Females are godless. Goddess. Another term for God is power. Another term for goddess is powerless, which is a female term for power. The opposite, which is powerless. That's female. Men are power. So anyway, so one side controls the other. Peace controls chaos. That's the reality. So men controls woman, and that's the reality. So there's no lowering men like trying to, yeah. Any man who try to dominate each other, who always try to dominate each other, is just unbalanced. Yeah, yeah. So that's what it stems from, unbalancedness. Yeah. If a man's not if a man's not in his right state of mind, he thinks with his emotion. That's the reality. So he's unbalanced. He thinks like a woman. His thought process is the same as a woman. So, but anyway, I just want men to understand how we're supposed to treat each other as fellow men. Peace.